Maine's storied seacoast draws most of the state's residents and visitors, and even though the Pine Tree State is mostly forest, those woods are also dotted with a lot of water. Indeed, from northern Aroostook County to southernmost York County, there are roughly 6,000 lakes and ponds in the state of Maine, and 2 of the state's 30 largest are right here in Kennebec County's Winthrop Lakes region. Less than 10 miles west of Augusta sit half a dozen or so significant lakes, spread mostly over the towns of Winthrop, Wayne, Monmouth, and Manchester. The largest of the lakes is Kabosee County, known locally as simply Kabosee.
One of the larger lakes that we have in this area. If you give it a few months, there's going to be a lot of boats out here. I think our population at least more than doubles or triples in the summertime.
Which is when lake manager Sean Terrio's job will get really busy. On this mid-April morning, most people's boats aren't in yet, leaving a wide open 9-mile-long expanse for us in the chill, bright sun.
Because it is so long and there are so many islands, you can be in open water if you want. You can find an area to water ski that's calm. You can find an area to fish, and really it's pristine, and you can feel like you're not in central Maine because it's so vast and just so unique.
The lake is also studded with small islands, not to mention some dangerous rocky shoals, the longest of which is marked by Maine's only inland operating lighthouse, a still vital and functioning relic built in 1908.
It, at the time, was the only freshwater lighthouse in the United States.
Local historian and lighthouse supporter Bill Celtica had a job to do on this morning, the annual raising of the lighthouse flag, signaling the official start of the summer season.
We are ready to go.
Only a few miles away, the region's second largest lake, Androscoggin.
It's obviously physically beautiful, but under the water we had perch, which were both white and yellow perch. We had pickerel. In my youth, I actually caught salmon in this lake.
Robert Charles grew up on the lake, still lives along it, and is the present commodore of one of the lake's most unique features, its historic Little Yacht Club.
Sort of the living room where everybody comes and hangs out and spends a little time learning about what's going on in each other's lives.
Originated in 1909 and now on the National Historic Register, the Hardy Little Yacht Club offers families swimming and sailing lessons. One thing you won't find, though.
So a yacht club with all this wonderful history and these lovely features, no yachts.
No yachts.
No pesky jet skis either, but as club treasurer Amy Cushman Black shared, a lot of popular port space and a lot of enchanting lake sound. As lovely and relatively undeveloped as these lovely lakes are, they do nonetheless face challenges. Longtime Kabosee County Lake resident Alfred Lund has spent years volunteering to help monitor the lake's loon population, ever vulnerable to the lake's delicate ecosystem.
What would be some of the factors that most threaten the loon population on Lake Kabosee County today?
The biggest one is eagles right now, in terms of keeping new population down. Loons are so aware of the presence of an eagle.
Lund builds and places floating nests here to aid loon families, for whom, alas, we were out just a bit too early.
Right, and they're not moved onto their nests yet, but they're busy gathering up fresh fish.
A more pressing threat to both Kabosee and Androscoggin lakes today comes from invasive species. Both lakes have experienced significant algal blooms in recent years.
So that's really concerning.
Leidy Robbins is executive director of 30 Mile Watershed, a nonprofit research and advocacy group which partners with local groups and the Maine DEP to better protect lakes and waterways in this area of the state.
How would you assess the threat level to lakes like Androscoggin, Kabosee, others in the area right now in terms of its aquatic health?
I think we have a lot of really healthy lakes in Maine, but I think the threats are growing. Warming temperatures, which is going to have a longer growing season for invasive plants. We all have to work together. It takes a lot of people doing the right thing to keep our lakes in good shape.
Fortunately, there does seem to be a lot of people here who really love these special lakes.
It's a moral obligation, I think, to having beauty at your elbow, you do need to preserve it and pass it forward at least as good as you got it, and maybe better.
And you heard Ted mention Maine's only active inland waters lighthouse. The official name of the Lake Cabasicante's landmark lighthouse is Ladies Delight Light, and it has a Boston connection. It was designed by Boston marine architect Frank Morse and built in 1908. Cost of construction, $500.